At Infinitel, we are committed to providing a seamless user experience for our customers and partners, allowing you to confidently place orders and manage your live services. With our affINITy portal, our customers and partners can order and manage SIP trunks, UK and international phone numbers, and coming soon you'll be able to order and manage a range of connectivity services from broadband to leased lines. You will also shortly be able to order a wide range of hardware from leading vendors, including Yealing and many more. So in order to access the portal, you can go to any web browser and simply navigate to the URL that you can see here. You will then be presented with a login screen where you can log in with your username and password once your account has been set up by your account manager. So when you go to sign in, the next stage will be to enter a verification code. When you first access your account, you'll be presented with a QR code that you will need to scan from an authenticator app such as Microsoft Authenticator, Google Authenticator, and many more. Once you have set up two-factor authentication, when you log in, you will need to enter the verification code. So I will just go to my app now to grab the code. Once I have entered the code, I will be able to view the main dashboard. So if you are a partner, you will have the tab for customers, which will allow you to see all of your customers' services with Infinitel. So you can manage their services in real time or order or amend any services. Within the services menu, you will see a range of services where you can purchase new numbers or configure new SIP trunks or edit existing SIP trunks or numbers. So I will go into numbers, and I'll show you how you can buy a new number. So again, if you are a customer, then you will be able to buy numbers on your own account. If you are a partner, you'll be able to select which of your customers that you are purchasing a number for. One of the key benefits with Infinitel is that we provide a wide range of international phone numbers. At this moment in time, it's around 145 different countries where we can offer phone numbers. You can see here a long list of countries where we can provide numbers. Just for this example, I'll just select the UK. When purchasing a number, you can leave this blank, or you can choose to add any filters, such as any specific features. Does the number need to support fax, emergency calling, SMS, etc.? And what type of number do you need? National, mobile, toll-free, or local. You can also select the area code, and you can see here there's various area codes that you can select from, or you can search by city region, where you can enter the specific city or region that you require. I will choose Wigan in this instance, and then you can go and search for the numbers that you need, or additionally you can add some advanced search parameters. So for example, you might want a number that contains a specific sequence of numbers, or you might want a number that ends with a specific sequence, for example 007, or you may want a range of consecutive numbers. So for this scenario, I will just choose a range of 10 consecutive numbers, and I will now search. So now that we've searched, you'll see the results, which offers you various numbers. Here it's providing a list or a selection of numbers that are consecutive. So we could select a consecutive range of 10 numbers from here. There you go. And those numbers are then added to your cart. You can then go to your cart to complete the purchase of the numbers. But when doing so, if you have previously created a SIP trunk, you can select the SIP trunk from a menu. And when you place the order to purchase those numbers, it will automatically provision those numbers on that SIP trunk. So they'll be ready to use to receive inbound. Any numbers which have been purchased from Infinitel can also be used as an outbound caller ID on our SIP trunks. In regards to numbers, there are also other things you can manage within the portal, one of those being call forwarding. So you simply go to the call forwarding tab and you can see a summary of all call forwards that you have configured for your own account, or if you're a partner, for any of your customers. And you can use these filters to view any specific call forwards that you wish. For example, if you're a partner, you can select any of your customers, or if you are a customer, then you will simply be able to view any call forwards that have been configured for your account. And you can also filter this by country or search for a specific number. So to add a call forward, you simply click on the tab here. And if you're a partner, you select the customer, or if you are a customer, you'll be able to select your own account. When you click into this box, it will show you a list of all of your available numbers. You'll be able to select that number that you can then apply the call forward to. So you can select this box and enter the destination number of where calls will be forwarded to. So in this case, I'll just simply put our office number. You will then be able to choose under which condition the call forward will take effect. We have a couple of options, one being a permanent divert, so that it is always on. The second option being effectively a disaster recovery scenario. So for example, if the SIP trunk is unable to register with the PBX, if the PBX has gone offline for any reason, then we will forward calls to the destination number in that scenario whereby our SIP trunk cannot register or reach the phone system. You can then save to create the call forward using the various parameters that you have selected. So I'll save. You will then see the call forward in the portal. It will be available to view and also to manage. So you'll see here the call forward has been created for this number to this destination number, and it will take effect on failure, so when we can't reach the phone system, as mentioned earlier. However, you may wish to change this, and you may wish to make this a permanent divert or permanent call forward. So you simply click, it will open this box, and you can change it to a permanent divert. Nice and easy. And you can change it back. You can also edit the destination number. Again, very easy. This is all live and real time. So as soon as you make the change and hit save, the changes will take effect. What you may also wish to do is to deactivate the call forward. So you can do this simply by clicking on the status and changing the status. So the call forward is now active, but it has not been deleted. So it's nice and easy. If at a future date you wish to reactivate the divert, you don't need to create the divert from scratch. You can simply click here, and that divert is now reactivated. Or if you wish to you can completely remove the divert, which I've done now. So that is how to configure and manage call forwards within our portal. So the next thing I would like to show you is how to create and manage SIP trunks. So you can simply click on the SIP trunks tab within the services menu and click on the create new SIP trunk tab. So again, if you're a partner, you can choose which of your customers you wish to create the SIP trunk for, or if you're a customer, you can simply create the SIP trunk for your own account. So next step will be to add the IP address of your phone system and enter the number of channels or simultaneous calls that you will require. You can select the type of SIP trunk that you require. The first one and most commonly used is the generic SIP trunk. However, we also provide secure SIP trunks for Microsoft Teams, which are pre-configured with our hosted session border controller, which acts as a gateway between our network and Microsoft Teams, which is a really nice solution if you are a business who wants to use Microsoft Teams as your phone system with Infinitel as your SIP trunk provider. One of the other key benefits of using Infinitel as your SIP trunk provider is that we have multiple regional points of presence. This ensures that we can route calls as close as possible to your end users, minimizing latency and maximizing the call quality experience for your end users. So in this scenario, if we imagine that the users are within the UK, then you would simply select London as your region. Or if you had users in the USA, you may select New York. Whichever is closest to your end users is what we recommend. You can then choose your plan. So you've got the option of pay as you go, where you simply pay for the number of channels or simultaneous calls that you require, and then pay as you go for any call usage. The next option is our unlimited SIP trunk, which will include unlimited inbound and outbound calls to UK, geographic and mobile numbers. By far and away, our unlimited SIP trunk is the most popular option that our partners and customers select, simply due to its excellent value. We also have an international caller option. If you are a business that predominantly or makes a high volume of calls to international numbers, this will deliver great value for you as it includes calls to both national and international numbers. And then once you have selected everything, you will see a summary on the right hand side. What type of SIP trunk have you chosen? Which of our global points of presence have you chosen? What plan and how many channels and the cost. You can then go ahead and create the SIP trunk. Once you have created the SIP trunk, you will then be able to view and edit the SIP trunk. So from the portal, you can click this pencil icon, which will allow you to edit the SIP trunk. So for example, if you need to edit the IP address or increase or decrease the number of channels, for example, or also manage any numbers on this SIP trunk. So from here, you'll be able to view any numbers which are configured on that SIP trunk. And as I showed earlier, if you have purchased any numbers, you have the option to pre-configure them on a SIP trunk, but that is not mandatory. So you may purchase some numbers and add them to a SIP trunk at a later date for any reason. So if you click on the plus icon, it will give you the option to select from any spare or available numbers on your account which aren't currently configured on any SIP trunk. So you'll see we've got a number here. We can select this from the drop down and add it to this SIP trunk, and we can then save the SIP trunk. If you are a company with many numbers, we will show the first few numbers that you have, but again you can click show more, which will reveal any additional numbers if you have quite a few. Another feature that we have is CLI whitelist. So if you as a partner or as a customer have numbers with another provider, but you wish to use those numbers as an outbound caller ID on Infinitel's network, we allow you to do this. You need to add the numbers in the CLI whitelist. If you are a partner or a customer needing to whitelist numbers, there will be an additional step which is not visible here, which will ask you to send a code. So when you do that step, we will send an automated call to the number that you're trying to whitelist to send a code that you will then be asked to enter into our portal. The purpose of this is just to verify your ownership of that number and to ensure that we prevent number spoofing. So I have shown you how to configure and manage a SIP trunk within our portal. So the next thing I would like to show you is how to manage emergency services calling. So it is critical that emergency services calling is configured correctly to ensure that when a call is made to the emergency services, the operator sees the correct address associated with the phone number that you are calling from. This is important in a case where you may not be able to speak, or your customer may not be able to speak due to the situation that they find themselves in. And in that case, the operator will dispatch the emergency services to the address which is displayed on their screen. So it is important that this is correct. Otherwise, it could lead to a poor outcome. So you can click here to add the address. Again, you can manage this for your own account, or if you're a partner, you'll be able to select from a list of your customers to create the address. Once the address has been created, you will see the address listed, and you will then be able to link the address to a number to be registered with the emergency services database. So if I go back to numbers, and if I pick a particular number, you will see that currently emergency services is inactive for this number. So we can click here to enable it, and we can select the address that was created previously. We can then hit save, and that number is now enabled for emergency services calling. There you go, all done. So that is how to create an address and how to link it to a number specifically to be registered with the emergency services database. So that address will be what is shown on the operator's screen when they receive a call from this number. So far, you've seen how to purchase numbers within our portal and how to configure call forwarding, how to create and manage SIP trunks within our portal, and management of emergency services addresses. The next thing I would like to show you is user management. So how do you create additional user accounts for other members of your team to access our portal? So again, it's a very simple process. Navigate to the user management tab, click here to add a new user, enter their name, email address. You can either enter a password or leave it blank. If you leave it blank, we will generate a secure password which will be emailed to the user that they can use to log in to our portal, and then select the role, which in your case will either be a reseller user if you are a partner, or a customer user if you are a customer. Then save it, and it will create the user, and they will receive a welcome email welcoming them to our portal, providing them all necessary details, including their username and password, which they will need to log into the portal. And just a reminder, on first login, there will be a QR code which they will need to scan using their authentication app, which will be used to provide a 2FA code every time they log in. Some other things that are worth showing within our portal. From here, I mentioned earlier on in this demo that we have multiple points of presence to make sure that calls are routed using the shortest path and the closest path to your end users to minimize latency and maximize that call quality experience. From here, you can view a list of our SIP proxies or points of presence and the FQDN that you will need to configure within your PBX. In the instance that you are managing your PBX yourselves and it's not managed by Infinitel, in which case we will do this all on your behalf. I also mentioned earlier that we can offer international numbers in around 145 different countries. When purchasing international numbers within our portal, you may receive a request to submit additional documentation, which is required to purchase numbers in certain countries. So we have created a resource here for all of the countries where we can provide numbers, just to give you a breakdown of exactly what information or documentation is required so that you can easily provide this to activate the numbers as quickly as possible. We are also focused heavily on adding as much documentation, guides, and building out the knowledge base within our portal. So you will see this grow and develop over time. So at the moment, you can see that we have created a 3CX setup guide. So if you are a 3CX customer or if you are a 3CX partner, we have provided a full guide which shows you how to configure Infinitel's SIP trunks for a 3CX PBX. But we'll be adding setup guides and additional documentation for many other platforms, whether the platform is Microsoft Teams, Cisco, Avaya, Asterisk, and many other platforms. As Infinitel, SIP trunks are used by customers and partners who are using various different IP PBX phone systems. Our SIP trunks are fully interoperable and can be used with all of the major platforms and many others. So you can be confident, no matter which platform you're using, you can confidently use Infinitel as your SIP trunk provider. Now that I've shown you what you can currently do within our portal, I would also like to take this opportunity to show you what's coming soon. So I'll run through this list and give you a rundown of what you can expect to see coming to our portal in the near future. So first things first is number porting. Number porting is something that we fully support. As it stands for UK and international numbers and number ranges, this is something that's just currently done directly with our porting team. However, very soon you will see number porting available in the portal as something that you can fully manage yourself, completely self-service. You'll be able to submit all of your number ports and documentation within our portal and manage it from start to finish. This is something that has been requested by our partners and customers, so we're excited to bring this feature to the portal soon. 3CX, Infinitel is a 3CX platinum partner and also a 3CX distributor. So coming to our portal very soon will be the ability to purchase, renew and manage your 3CX licenses directly in our portal. So again, streamlining our process as currently our partners and customers are available or are able to purchase and renew and manage licenses with our team. But again, this will be available as full self-service management within our portal soon. Again, with our numbers, we do support SMS capability with our numbers, which can be used for messaging services, integrated with various PBX and UC platforms. But typically, in order to do so, this requires an API key, which again, it is something that is available right now. We can provide API keys for messaging within your PBX. However, coming soon, this will be available to be managed and you can generate your API keys directly within our portal. And last but certainly not least, connectivity services. So very soon we will also be offering the ability to perform availability checks for broadband and Ethernet services to see exactly what is available at yours or your customers' premises. Once you've done the availability checks, you will then be able to order the connectivity services and manage that order right through to install within our portal, and again manage those connectivity services within our portal once they have gone live. So I hope this has proved useful to give you a rundown of our affINITy self-service portal to show you what you can purchase, provision, configure and manage within our portal as of today, and also to let you know new features which are coming to the portal in the near future. And when I say near future, our developers are working flat out on the development to bring all of these new features to our portal as soon as possible. So again, thanks for watching, appreciate your time. I hope this has proved useful, and if you have any questions or would like to discuss this further, please get in touch with any of our team at Infinitel.